What's happening, guys? I'm the Timmeister, and welcome back to Dunswell. In this episode, I would like to expand Brightwood over in this area over here. So we have a little tiny bit of residential demand. For some reason, industries and offices demand is still quite high, even though last episode we placed a ton of industries over here. I actually ended up placing a little bit more in this corner of the map, just as a little bit of filler. But despite all that, our offices demand is still quite high, as is our commercial zonage. And if I check over here, what is our unemployment rate? 17%. So that is quite high. So it turns out that we're going to have to place down even more businesses. However, this area is, well, you can see here that traffic is quite backed up. We're going to have to address this situation. So what I think I'll do is make this a much wider road. So of course we're going to do the most American thing ever, and we're going to add lanes, which will make this area sort of more suitable for commercial zones and offices. So I think I'm going to make like a small office park over here, and hopefully that's going to drive demand down and drive residential demand up, and then we can make some neighborhoods around here. So not only am I going to add lanes, I should probably add some public transportation options over in this corner as well. So we have the Brightwood bus network that only includes, I guess, 3 lines at the moment. I think this area would be a good spot for a 4th line to service like the whole university area, Ocean Island, and all of that. And I think that should probably take care of a lot of this traffic. To be honest, I can't really believe that this little island and this university is generating all of this traffic. Like, that's pretty wild. Actually, we can verify where all this traffic's coming from. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to check this. Yeah, it turns out it's pretty much all from the university, it looks like. So that's pretty wild. Okay, let's jump right into it. So the first thing I would like to do is to upgrade our road infrastructure. I think this roundabout has run its course. It's just way beyond its capacity. It's constantly getting all clogged up, and it just doesn't work anymore. So I'm going to pause the game real quick, and I'm going to remove this roundabout altogether. I think the better option in this case is just to opt for a run-of-the-mill normal interchange, or intersection rather. And I think I'm going to go with that. So I think with some proper public transportation, it should fix this traffic issue. But I'm still going to upgrade the roads here, just so it can handle a lot more traffic. So I'm going to upgrade these 2 roads. This is going to become a 4-lane road. Can I upgrade this without ruining everything? Looks like I may have a little bit of work to do over here. Alright. Well, that's not too bad. Just need to move some things around a little bit. With the power of move it, everything is possible. There we go. And then for this little bit, I'm simply going to connect this up like that, and this 4-lane road, I suppose, can just connect just like this. There. I don't necessarily want to upgrade the bridge. It is already a 4-lane road. It's going to function exactly like this wider road here. It may not look as nice because there's no trees and stuff like that, but I really don't want to destroy all of what we've built over here. The only change I could really make, maybe, is upgrade this little 2-lane road into a 4-lane, but it looks like it's going to destroy a lot of my paths anyway. I'm just going to leave this as is, because I don't think traffic is really a problem beyond this point. I think most cars that are coming through this intersection are either turning right or left or going straight. So traffic from this point on shouldn't be too bad. You know, if I look at my traffic menu here, we can see that, you know, traffic isn't all that bad. And this gauge is really arbitrary because this is the average traffic flow for the entire city. It doesn't actually display our traffic capacity. And this is something that the developers of City Skylines 2 have added into the game, and I'm really excited about that because I always thought that the average traffic flow didn't really accurately represent the amount of traffic flowing through a city. You know, if I look over here, for example, like, I mean, this is a pretty good example. You know, traffic isn't really flowing all that well, but traffic still isn't that terrible. You know, I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. and you know, without mods such as the traffic manager, the traffic in the game doesn't really behave realistically anyways, so it's hard to get like a really good sense of how your traffic is flowing in a city. I would say, you know, for the size of the city that Dunswell and Brightwood is, traffic flow is pretty okay. You know, and we have a decent public transportation system, so I think overall the city's okay. All right, so we have this added. I guess I could go ahead and start adding some... Oh my god, what happened to my demand? What happened to my industrial slash... Oh, it must be over here maybe that's starting to develop. Oh yeah, we're getting some skyscrapers. Oh no, maybe not. How did I zone this? Oh, okay, this is industrial. Well, I suppose as long as there's no smokestacks in front of the runway, we should be okay. And as long as there's no skyscrapers that are sprawling up over here by the airport, I'm okay too. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that our offices and industries demand just kind of plummeted like that. But honestly, that's okay because I didn't really want to make an office park over here. I think this road is much more suitable for some low-level, low-density commercial that I am going to plop as we speak. So just a little bit here and there. This is going to be a very low-density neighborhood. Maybe a couple of condo buildings here and there, but nothing too crazy. All right, and of course I got to make sure that my services are all topped up. Oh, actually, before I begin, I got to make sure I'm in a zone, which I am not. I'm going to make this whole area a new zone, actually. Like, maybe all of this is going to become a new zone. And what name is it going to give us? Dale Square. Well, how about we just call it Dale? You know, the town of Dale. Alright, so now let's get some streets in here. Because the next thing I'm going to want to do is to create a bus network. And in order to do that, we're going to need some streets. That looks like an appropriate height. However, there's no pillar in the middle, which is... This is quite a long span for a bridge without having a pillar in the middle. But we can fix that. Again, with the power of Move It, I can simply copy... Oh, that didn't work. There we go. I can simply copy this into place. Oh, it's too wide, but that's okay. And then I can just... Bloop. Place this down here. No, that's kind of ugly. Here, let's fix that. let's get a smaller one. Over here. There we go. That looks a little better, and I can maybe add one on either side as well, just to make it look cooler. There! That's a proper looking overpass right there. Okay, cool. So let's keep going with our street layout. And I'm really gonna follow like a North American kind of suburban layout here. However, we are dealing with a somewhat of a mountainous terrain, so it's gonna be a little squigglier than normal, I think. And over here, these pumps, I guess you could argue they're kind of an eyesore, but I'm gonna leave them. You know, I believe that they are an essential part of the city, so an eyesore they will be. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. Our industries and offices demand is sky high again. Weird. Alright, well I suppose we will place down some offices amongst a bunch of low density commercial zones. Oh crap, I forgot to remove the European theme again. Alright, let's do that now. Default style. Should we add a different style here maybe? Let's see. European suburbia. I really like that theme because... Oh, it's going to remove all these houses. I really like the European suburbia themes. I've been playing around with those styles of houses in Rockport, in my new Rockport series in the last little while, and honestly they look great. They fit in pretty much any kind of city, so let's make this a European suburbia neighborhood. Unfortunately, a large part of the neighborhood is going to become destroyed, but you know, it's a necessary thing, I think. Oh shoot, but then our offices are going to remain European. I don't really want that. Maybe I won't have any offices over here after all. Because there's no real way of preventing this, I think. Yeah, that's fine though. Water pipes. Can't forget water pipes. We're still doing okay for water availability and treatment. And I'm really excited for the whole water and electricity system overhaul in City Skylines 2. It's much more realistic. There's no more plopping water pipes everywhere. It's just... It's included with the underneath the roads, as it is in real life in most cases. So it's going to be way more fun. Alright, well, it doesn't look like we're going to get any commercial or residential development in the next little bit. I kind of destroyed this part of the neighborhood by switching themes, but that's okay. what we'll do now is I'm going to place down some more streets. And we'll kind of future-proof this area. Ooh, I probably should. I think I'm gonna disable straight slopes. I think it's causing me more problems than what it's worth. There we are. And this right here has always been a struggle for me, is creating realistic looking suburban roads. I guess that's what it is. And I think I'm going to convert this into a regular 4-lane road just so the businesses are a bit more accessible. Otherwise, people can only make right turns. And here we are. So I'm going to preemptively place down a lot of residential zones in this area. And that should take care of our residential demand for the next little while. We won't have to worry about that. And this area is just going to eventually develop into a neighborhood. And why are there no zones here? That is very weird. Strange. Must be some sort of bug. Yeah, that definitely is a bug. The zones aren't properly lining up with the roads. Alright, so let's lay this all out here. There. We got some new zoning tools that are coming in City Skylines 2 as well that are super exciting. Well, I mean, the only really, the real addition is we can now draw. Uh-oh. Gotta get some water up this road. And also all over here. Oh yeah, look at these European houses. That is awesome. Oh, we must have won a game somewhere in town. And oh my god, the prison is on fire. Woo! That is not good. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's a forest fire. At least there's that. So then these handy dandy helicopters can really take care of that. Okay, so let's just quickly check our services. It's really hard to really get a sense of how well individual districts are serviced. I suppose we could place down a little clinic over here. And, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe a cemetery. That would be quite useful. And that's great. It actually fits really perfect over here. I'm going to smooth out this whole neighborhood. This is kind of a jagged mess over here. Let's smooth all of this out. Just like so. Over here as well. There we are. And I think this is suitable for a cemetery now. Right here. And then I will place down a crematorium right beside it. So we have elementary schools. What about high schools? How are we doing for that? Capacity is, well, we're not maxed out. And I suppose we could use a high school over here. Here, I'll place a high school right over here. And then as far as fire protection, it's pretty low. I think I'm going to place down a fire station. And I'm actually going to place it... Actually, I guess it would make sense to place it right over here by these water pumps. And this is going to service this entire area, so it's accessible for the university and this whole neighborhood, so that should work pretty good. And police. I don't think I need a large police station over here, so I'll place this down right here in this neighborhood. Actually, you know what? No, I think a better location would be over here on Ocean Island, just because there's like a heavy tourist presence. So maybe, oh yeah, right here. Boop. There we go. And I'll just remove this one. So that tiny little police station that houses, how many police cars do we have? Oh, 18 police cars. Oh yeah, we got plenty. So that'll easily be able to service this entire area. There we go. And I guess last but not least, let's place down a couple of parks over here. And I suppose with the high school being over here, it's probably a good opportunity to place down maybe like a soccer field or something. Where are the parks again? I totally forget. Oh yeah, they'd be here. Nope. Here they are. Okay. So maybe I'll add a couple of tiny parks. One here. Where are... Ah, this is what I want. Community baseball field. How about that? Oh, geez, it's huge. And it's a very hilly terrain, so it's probably not the best place to place this, but a small soccer field, I'm sure we can make that work. It's a little steep, but I suppose I can make some small adjustments. There, that looks a little better. And why don't I move the high school? Ooh. Not ideal. That's terrible. Oh. It's frustrating sometimes when you're dealing with like very jagged terrain, but there. That's better. And then I'll just zone this like that. There, so the soccer field's kind of part of the high school now. There, okay, well, I think we have this area pretty well set up so far. However, let me just lay down some streets over in this portion of the neighborhood, just because I want to get properly set up for the bus network. All right, well, this area looks pretty suburban, wouldn't you agree? Okay, so what I want to do now is to provide this area with some good public transportation. And to do that, I am going to create a new bus line that's going to service this place. But actually, over here, I think I may have enough room for a compact bus station. Wouldn't that be nice? Here, I think maybe... Sure, right here, right along the main drag. I think that should be fine. And what I'll do here is simply add a stop. And then from here, I'll create a new line. And then this will follow the main street until about here. Then it'll go in front of the high school. There. Why don't we just do the whole loop? And then let's go down to Ocean Avenue. Then eventually through the university. There. Is this line too long? Should I have made another line for the university? Maybe we can revise this area. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'm going to remove all of these lines. I'm just going to create a new line for the university. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a station over here. There. Yeah, that's better. But then from this bus station, I can add a station that goes to the island. And then we'll add a bunch of stops here at the university. And complete line. All right. So now let's go into our lines overview. Bus line 22. Let's call this just the Dale line. And then let's manage this line so we don't have 500,000 buses spawning. 12, we don't even need that many. Maybe like 5 buses. Okay, aligned overview. Oh, let's change the color. Maybe like a pale blue. And then let's do bright wood uni. Let's make this maybe like a pinkish line. Oh, it didn't work. There we are. And how many buses do we have on this line? 16. That is way too many. Even like 6 buses is more than enough. There. All right. So now at least we have a little station over here that intersects between all of these lines. So there's kind of like a hub and spoke kind of system over here in the eastern part of Brightwood, over in Dale. Why do we have abandoned buildings over here? What's going on? All right, well, looks like we got to get more educated people over here in this corner. That actually gets me thinking I should probably place down a community school somewhere over here. Actually, by the water would be nice. And a... Oh, actually, this would be over here. Child Health Center. That would also be very useful to boost our population a bit quicker. So why don't I place this right about here? Alright guys, well I think that about does it for this episode. At least we got a good starting foundation for this area of the neighborhood. I'm gonna expand on this in later episodes. I'll add some more details. And you know, eventually grow this area into a very nice neighborhood. So thank you so much for watching as usual, guys. I really appreciate it. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel because I have lots more content coming, especially before the release of City Skylines 2. You know, I'm going to try to get as far as I possibly can in Dunswell, potentially finishing it all together, but we'll see. So guys, thank you so much for watching again, and until the next episode, please take care.